Hey guys, Scripture, we're here with another video, and this pertains to the issue of Yoda in the Acolyte as we again go into episode 3 in about an hour from me recording this, obviously not editing it and releasing it, but Star Wars Boss explains why we don't see Yoda in the Acolyte. As much as we adore Yoda, the beloved Jedi Master won't appear in the new series, The Acolyte on Disney+. This enthralling new era is packed full of mystery and intrigue, yet there's that air of familiarity all Star Wars series share. Nevertheless, while we feel at home embarking on this new adventure, one familiar element of the franchise won't be present: Yoda, which does not make sense. Initially, it seems an odd choice considering Yoda's high position in the Jedi Order during this time period. However, his absence might make sense more than you think. According to Leslie Headland, there is not a Yoda cameo. What is more, the series intends to pull characters from the High Republic and those from the EU, rather than relying on the predictable. I don't think that's why they did this at all. I think this is the classic, you know, you remember when the sequels came out and there was all these interviews and it was like, even Dave Filoni basically saying that if they made Luke too much like he always was and focused too much on the OT characters, that it would take away from Rey, essentially saying that in order for the audience to get more into Rey, they had to kind of diminish Luke. And I think this is just the same thing again. It's wrong. It doesn't make any sense. You could have easily written Rey really well and made her beloved by the end of the trilogy and still had the OT characters either go out with you know, a lot of respect and with a bang, or hung around but just in a lesser role. There would have been nothing wrong with that. But of course, their whole mentality is that we have to squash, you know, what the fans really love in order to make them like our new thing. And so I think that mentality, and that's such a stupid mentality, by the way, carries over here now because they're thinking, oh, well, if we put Yoda in it, then people are going to be more focused on Yoda rather than May. And May's the one we want them all, you know, paying attention to because she's the misunderstood victim evil kid. And so it's, again, it just goes back to just the stupidity. And then you factor in that he's literally the most, you know, powerful Jedi Master right now, at least as far as we know. I think in the High Republic even he is. And he's on the council, and there's somebody, you know, running around murdering Jedi. They can transmit signals across space. You don't even get, like, at the very least, right? We should have gotten a scene with whatever green bald chick who's like leading in this. She's shown as kind of leading on Coruscant because she's like talking to Sol and all that stuff. I almost feel like they kind of replaced Yoda with her, I guess, on the show, essentially, who's Leslie Headland's wife. So, of course, they did that. But, like, you would think she's on Coruscant. So even forget about a hologram. She's on Coruscant, talking about what's going on, talking about these Jedi being murdered, and you don't, even just one scene with her and Yoda discussing what she should do. Oh, we can't have that because then Yoda will be advising her. And we can't have anyone advising her. She has to advise everyone else. But again, you can't do that. Like, and the thing that's so funny about this is, like, they don't want to have Yoda advising her. They don't want Yoda in the show when literally he's in the High Republic, and this is based in the High Republic era with High Republic characters. So again, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. Yoda's in the High Republic, and they say, "Oh, we want it to focus on characters from the High Republic." He's in the High Republic, and he's above this chick in rank. But you don't want to tell him about Jedi being killed? Like, are you kidding me? So this is just another complete screw up. It's everything such a screw up with these people. And again, you didn't even have to have Yoda as a prominent guy. You could just at least have a scene where he's showing, like, his appearance because Jedi are being murdered. It doesn't necessarily mean Yoda will never show up, just that it's unlikely. That's not, no, see, there's another interview, and I'm having a really hard time finding it, because maybe they did change their mind, and he does make a really, really quick appearance at some point, but she says in another interview that, something about, like, oh, you can't touch Yoda, you can't touch Yoda. And I can't find the interview. If you guys, one of you guys knows where it is, feel free to put a link to it in your comment, because she's made it very clear he can't be in it. That said, given the story the Acolyte tells chiefly that many issues plague the Order, it makes sense that such a prominent Jedi figure is missing from the narrative. What? Many issues plague the Order, so that means he would be missing from the narrative. That doesn't one doesn't equal the other. Like, one doesn't mean the other. What? It's a time of turmoil and uncertainty that'll pave the way for the installments we've already seen. I don't think so far they've conveyed that, other than just, you know, the Padawan chick being snarky with people above her in rank. But what of other Star Wars tales? Ones told via video games rather than TV. While Yoda hasn't turned up there either, one well-known character has. In Outlaws, Lando Calrissian was spotted, legendary charmer. Okay, well, Yoda doesn't need to be in the other ones. I mean, he's been in the Lego one, but he doesn't need to be in the other games, because the other games have nothing to do with it. Cal Kestis' story is completely a sidebar story. This story is literally about Jedi being killed by a mysterious whoever it is. And not just any Jedi, prominent, high-ranking Jedi. So obviously, one of the guys on the council, who's the lead guy on the council, would probably need to be involved and know about that. These comparisons these websites make are just so bizarre to me. The last trailer review, more excited than ever to head into Star Wars. Yeah, anyways, whatever. Yoda may be taking a break from Star Wars at the moment, but we most certainly aren't. Again, so I go back to it, same thing. He should at least be in the show to some degree, but I think they don't want him in there because that might take away from Leslie Headland's wife's character, and we don't want that. Even though, it, like I said with the sequels, it doesn't have to take away. If you know how to write, you can have Yoda in there and still make the new characters super prominent and make people like them, but they don't know what they're doing, and they have a really weird philosophy of can't have anything that anyone loves look good or be good in our stuff, because that means that our new characters won't be beloved, which is just such a defeatist, stupid attitude, and it just shows that they just don't have the skill to write anything where they can actually accomplish that. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Always helps the channel. Feel free to check out anything else on my channel, and have yourselves a really good day.